So, Kristi, you said you saw something on the Today Show today that you really disagreed with. What was it?
They were talking about how couples fight over the same thing, and that in January they had found some research that couples tend to fight more in January because the bills are coming in, it's icky weather, and that they had just resolved themselves to that they were just going to fight over the same things, and they were fine with that. And I found myself not yelling at the TV, but arguing with them, saying, no, it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be this, oh, we just have to sweep it under the rug and endure this conflict that continues to go on in our marriage or a relationship.
So what you're saying is they said that January was a month where people fought a lot, but in your professional opinion, it's usually the same fights over and over. They just kind of come to the boiling point in January.
Right. And there is more stress. There's nothing to look forward to now. The holidays are over. You realize how much you've overspent. New Year's resolutions, you've already kind of bagged on those. And so it can be kind of that rude awakening, like, oh, we're back to real life again.
So there just seems to be a lot of internal pressure.
Yeah, it is.
So how is it, you say, no, it doesn't have to be like that. So can you give us 5 steps or a couple of steps on what can a couple do to overcome that so they don't have to have that?
One thing I would say is that if you find yourself fighting over the same thing more than 3 times, go get help. It doesn't hurt just to come in and say, I just want to talk on this one issue. Can we get this resolved? Because the truth is, the old myth has been that couples tend to fight about sex and finances. But the truth is, in the research that John Gottman has done, that's not the truth. The truth is that we don't know how to have healthy, productive conflict. That we don't know how to talk about a problem and resolve it and get to, even if it's a mutual understanding, that we agree to disagree and be okay with that. And so it's not what we fight about, it's how we fight. And so being able to keep the problem out here, let's talk about the issue instead of you're the problem. Being able to see it as an issue that's worth resolving because you love the other person. That's got to be the motivation at the end of the day. I want this because I love you, not because I have to, not because of any other reason. And the truth is, we are modeling, if you have children, we're modeling to them how to resolve conflicts. And I don't know about you, but that's a big motivator to me because I want them to have these skills. Every day I work in my office and work with people that have no skills on being able to resolve conflict. Why? Because they were never taught. You think about the way you were raised as kids. Often it was, you be quiet, you go to your room, you say you're sorry, okay, done. Well, what did we learn in that? We learned to just shove it inside and go on and act like it never happened, when the truth is we need sometimes to be able to talk about it. Hey, that hurt when you said and did that, and the other person needs to understand, yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. That's not nice. And so, but we don't get that exchange of that dialogue, and that is critical. How are you supposed to know how to just do it when we get into marriage if we've never been taught how to have good, healthy conflict?
So you tell people to go in. A lot of people are intimidated by the cost of therapy, or a lot of people in today, especially in this economy, don't have insurance. But I think for me, I could even see saying, okay, one session, how much would one session be? 1 hour of, or 50 minutes of a therapist's time. For you, for example, how much would that be?
That would be, for me, it would be $100. And one of the things I tell people, coming in for therapy is a whole lot cheaper than divorce. Coming in for therapy is a whole lot cheaper than all the medication that you might be on and paying out every month. That you have to see it in terms of, what is the cost payout on this? Is it worth living depressed and frustrated and not feeling in love with your spouse? Is that worth it? Is that life? Is that the life you wanted? When there is help out there to find that relationship, heal the relationship so that you can have the life you've always dreamed of, the relationship you've always dreamed of, and it can be yours.
Thank you, Kristi, for sharing that and for stating that today's show actually was not right this time.